All right, this is ITS148, and it is February 5th, 2019. Thank you. And so today we are finishing up Chapter 6, it looks like. And so we might have finished Chapter 6 already. What does this assignment look like? This is the assignment that we're currently doing. Assignment 4. Oh yeah, this assignment. Okay, this is a simple calculator assignment. And I guess we're supposed to, okay, so let's see what the slides look like. Let me go down to here. We are in Chapter 6. Is it working? Okay. And let me go to the end. I want to see where we are here. I think we've already covered all this stuff. Oh yeah, I showed you how we connect. How we connect up the event handlers to the actual buttons, or to the controls. How to wire an event handler. How to wire an event to an existing event handler. Okay, so you're never going to have to do that because you're just going to double click on the event and so on. I guess because you'll always have the properties window to just to select and connect. So anyway, all right. So it looks like we've covered the chapter. So let's take a look at the assignment, see what that looks like. All right. So let me start up Visual Studio here. Not that one. This one. No, what's going on? Visual Studio. VSUAL Studio. Desktop application. That's the one I want. And things bring us back over here. And I'm going to have to sign in. Okay, let me start a new project here. A new project. That's how we start, isn't it? Let me just go back here and take a peek at this. Yeah, we're just going to start a new project named Simple Calculator, and we're going to create this little program here. It should be really easy, simple. So it's going to be a Windows Forms application, and maybe I'll put this down in my little place here I get for this is fine, and I'm going to name it Simple Calculator. Why not? Oh, let me share my screen. Oops. Let me see. We are here, right? No. Here. Let me share my screen. Sorry. Share my screen. Share this screen. All right, here we go. I logged into Visual Studio, created a new project named Simple Calculator, and here I am. And I am doing, I'm sorry for not showing my screen earlier, but so we're doing assignment. We finished the slides last time. We're just going to do this Simple Calculator assignment right now. And basically what we do is we make this form, And we have a place to enter in an operand, some number, decimal number, and then an operator like multiplication, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Let me make this bigger. What is my browser like? That's funny. Here we go. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Just one of those 4 operators, and then a second operand, and we're basically just going to do the calculation and pop it down here in the result box. That's all we got to do. Make the event handler for the click calculate button, takes the 2 numbers in the operand, calculates it, and places the result in the display box, rounding to 4 decimal places. And then move the focus back up to the first operand again so we can be ready to change it. Then create an event handler for the exit button, and then create another event handler that clears. Create an event handler that clears the result if the user changes the text in the text boxes. Okay, so after we've done the first calculation, if then any of these things change, then it automatically clears the result. Does it clear all the rest of them? Just clears the result. And then you got to test it and zip it and hand it in down here. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm gonna make this, just gonna put this over here just why not? I'll put that right here. So I have it kind of, ooh, it does shrink exactly too. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put this down here. Okay, so a simple calculator. Well, okay, let me pop open my toolbox. Pop. I'm glad my computer is faster than this one. I hope yours is too. Go out and get a cup of coffee while I'm waiting. All right, there we go. Pin it. Let me click here. I'm going to put over here, instead of simple calculator, I'm going to put Richards. Simple Richards calculator. You can put, never mind, I'm just self-deprecating humor. Calculator. All right, so it says that there. And I'm gonna, common controls. I'm gonna have a label, and I'm gonna do a double clicking kind of thing. Double click, operand 1, operator 2, operand 2, result. Okay, I got 4 labels here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if I can select them all and change all the properties at the same time. I'm going to try it. What happens if I want to change this to 12? Oh yeah, that looks nice. And then I'm going to, can I separate these nicely? Align. What did I just do? I didn't mean to do that. All right, I'm going to fiddle with that more. All right, and then I want some text boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Text boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put this one down here, this one over here, this one here, and this one here. And let me, this one right here. And I'm going to select them all And I'm going to change this to 12. Now a little bigger. And gonna put a couple buttons in there. Button. Here we go. 1, 2, and I'll put this one here, and that'll be my exit. Put this one here, and this will be my calculate. I'm gonna select those, and I'm gonna make them 12. All right, and I'm gonna make them bigger. Make them bigger this way. Select them both, and there's got to be a size thing here. Here we go. Size. The width is height. Make the height maybe, I don't know, 30, 35. And then I'm going to make this button say calculate. No, name is going to be BTN calculate. And the name, and then I'm going to name everything first. This one is going to be BTN exit. And this is going to be TXT operand 1, and this is going to be TXT operator, and this is going to be TXT operand 2, and this is going to be TXT result. And I'm going to make this one read only. So I would do that by going up here and finding the read only property and making it true. So now it looks like that. And I'm going to make this label say, we're doing the text of the label now. This is going to say operand 1 colon, and this is going to say operator gotta make sure I'm recording. I am recording, and I'm sharing my screen. This one is going to say operand 2 colon, and this is going to say result colon. And let's make this look better. I'm going to select these, or oh, it doesn't work. Select shift. Let me move this over a little bit. And let me put a colon here. Sorry, Bixby. Colon. Colon. And I'm going to make this button say calculate. Make it bigger. Make this button say exit. Some people just can't get the message. Exit. And so I've labeled everything. Let me, does it look like this? Looks kind of like this. I'll make this smaller. It's going to be operator going in there. All right. So let me make this a little smaller. Move this over. All right, that looks good. That looks pretty nice. I wonder if I can make this text bigger. No, never mind. Okay, all right, so that's what my calculator is going to look like. And so now we got to put in, add the labels, text boxes, and buttons to the default form and set the properties of the form and control so they appear as shown above. When the user presses the enter key, the click event for the calculate button should fire. All right, so first we got to put in the click event for the calculate button. So I'm going to double click on calculate, double click. And here we are, void button calculate click. All right, so the first thing I got to do is I got to grab out the operands. Let me grab out, we have to grab everything out. So I'm going to say decimal operand 1. Do I need to put try parses in there? I might not have put something in there, but if you don't put try parses, if you don't put the error, if you don't put error checking, I'm going to deduct points, okay? You got that? So you got to put try parse in there. All right? You got that? You got that at home? Okay. So decimal operand, nothing. Decimal operand 2, nothing. String operator, nothing. Ooh, is there something wrong? Why is that blue? Operator, how's that? There we go. And decimal result, it doesn't really matter so much. And let's do if try decimal try parse left parentheses txt operand 1 dot text comma operand 1. Okay, that's if that works, then we can proceed. If decimal try parse txt operand 2 dot text comma operand 2. Oops, why is there red squigglies? Well, they're red squigglies because I am not passing an argument by value. I am passing a reference to an argument that this try parse method can use to return the value should the try parse be successful. So I can probably say reference, but I'm going to say out. It's only one direction, out. All right, so if this works and this works, then let me, in fact, right up here where it says operator, I can go ahead and grab that out. txt operator dot text. Okay, so here I'm grabbing out the operator. That's fine. And I'm spelling it wrong because if I spell it right, then it's a reserved word. It turns blue, and of course we cannot use reserved words for variables. Okay, so we got these two operands, and they're both correctly formatted as decimal numbers, and now I can do my I can do if then else. Sorry, not if then. There's no then in the if statements in C#. It's just if else. So I'm going to do if else. You can use switch statement. You can use a switch statement if you want, but I'm going to do if else. If operator equals, if operator equals, it's a string, so even though it's really a character, but I've defined it as a string, so I have to use double quotes. If operator is equal to plus, then do something, else if operator equals minus, then do something, else if operator equals multiplication, else if operator equals division, else something. I'll leave that up to you to put in. All right, so geez, I'm going to finish this whole assignment, aren't I? Result equals operand 1 plus operand 2. I'm going to leave the rest of them for you to put in. And then I'm going to do txt result dot text equals result toString something. I'm going to let you fill that in. Why this doesn't work? Because it's not assigned. I better put something in here. I'm going to put equals 0, just so there's something in there. I'm going to, yeah, okay, that's fine. All right. I also got to put else something. Fill that in. And I have to put else something. Ooh, I'll let you fill that in. My God, I got to make these assignments harder. All right, let's run this, see what happens. Five plus 2, calculate. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. 5.45698 whatever plus 2.222345 equals, oh, yeah, minus Nothing. Multiplication. Okay, those aren't going to do anything. All right, so let's make the exit. Oh, let me stop this. So I got to fix the exit. Double click on exit, and it'll just be this close. That's fine. We also want to make it so if anything. We want to make it so. What else we got here? This event handler should get 2 numbers in the operand, then call the calculate method. Display the result when you click the calculate button. And when you click the exit button, it should close the form. Make the event handler so when you clears the result text box when the user changes the text in any of the text boxes. All right. So code a private method named calculate that performs a requested operation and returns the decimal value. The private method. Okay, well, let's, we got to make this a private method, it looks like. All right, let's see. So let's make this a private method. Let's just make this that returns. Okay, so I'm going to make this a private method. How do I do that? Let me see. Let me try copying this. Let's see. Performs a requested operation, returns a decimal value. The method should accept the following operands. Okay. All right. Let me see. See, the question I'm having is, I'm going to be passing to this method 2 operands and an operator. It's going to pass back a decimal value. So, so what happens if I don't pass it a valid operator? What happens if I don't pass it a valid what happens if the operands are not valid? Well, I'm just going to make sure that what I pass is valid. So I'm going to handle it that way. I'm going to make sure that what I pass it is valid. So I'm going to go like this. If operator let's see, let me think how to do this. Let's see, have we done a lot with of exception handling yet? Have we thrown exceptions and all that in this class? Have we thrown exceptions? Yeah. I don't think we have. We did it 128, but so we don't know about, or we don't. Okay, so so the issue what I'm thinking about. Okay, so I confirm that each. It's not really, you don't have an in statement, do you? Sets. You're not doing sets. Not doing enumerated types yet. All right, I just have to do it this way. If operator equals plus or operator equals minus, seems redundant here, or operator equals multiplication or operator equals division, then do this. Here we go. Message box. Show fool. You're a fool. You're a silly fool. And you got to put something more more polite than that. Okay. So these are all errors. Okay. You put something more polite than that in there. Okay. So so now we're ready. So I'm going to use refactoring. Refactoring. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to see if this works. Maybe it'll work. Refactoring. Extract method. So it's going to make this private static decimal new method. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, why does it look like that? All right, well, how do I say yes? Yeah, sure, apply. All right, rename the method. I'm going to name it, does it tell me what to name? Oh, name it calculate. Calculate. Okay, apply. All right, so I got this calculate method right here. Now it's down here. Private static, this, that, and this. Return result. Oh, it's okay because it returns a decimal. Why does it pass this in there? It doesn't need to pass anything in there. It doesn't need to pass decimal result in there. It could. I think it passes it in because it does have a value. And just in case it's used inside here, it's possible that you take the old result and you do something with it, you know, along with using the operands passed in, and then you pass out the result. So I don't need this. I'm going to take this out. Don't need to pass it in because I'm never going to use it inside. I'm just going to return the result out. Oh. Well. Decimal result. Okay, so now we take care of this squiggly. This does calculate. No overload method. 4 arguments. I see. I only need. There we go. Take that argument out. Now the squigglies go away. Why is this thing still squigglied? Use of unassigned local variable result. It's because I don't assign anything here. Well, I'm going to just put this here. You have to fix this, okay? They're all going to do plus. I'll let you figure out what they should be. All right. So I've done this. I have coded a private method, private, static. Doesn't need to be static. That performs a requested operation, returns a decimal value. This method should accept the following operands. Takes the operand 1, takes an operator. Why is it named operator 1? That's in case we enhance it later to add new operators. We can do that later. Oh, another thing that it does is it makes it so you can spell operator correctly. If I stick a 1 after it, it makes it so I can spell it correctly. Well, you can do that if you want to. All right, let's see what we've done here. Start it, I've done that. Add labels and text boxes and buttons and set the properties of the form so the control and its controls so they appear as shown above. When the user presses the enter key, the click event for the calculate should fire. Okay, I can do that now. So it's a form property. And I go over to here, and I find behavior. Validate, content, no, that's not it. Data, design, focus, accept button. I'm going to make this be BTN, same as, yeah, I got to do this. BTN calculate, and the cancel button can be exit. All right, so let's see what this looks like, see if it works. Ooh, it's got errors. No, let's see what the errors. Unassigned use of local, oh, wait, thought I fixed that. Let's go and look and see. And it's not smart, oh, it's because if the operator is wrong, if the operator is not any of these things, then result never gets assigned to any value, so that's why it's squiggly. It's not smart enough to know that because of this, this will always be one of these four. So I can fix that in one of two ways. I can set it equal to something right up here, to 0 or something, or because of this, because it only passes in something where the operator is correctly formed, this is always going to be plus minus multiplication or division, I can assume that that'll always be the case. And so I don't need to I don't need to put something here. If I take that away, then the squiggly goes away. So to make sure I remember this kind of thing, I'm going to put // operator equals, just so I remember what my thinking was at the time. All right, let's see what it does now. All right, 5 plus 2.5, calculate 7.5. That's nice. X, calculate, oh, you're a silly fool. Modulo, 10, modulo 2, calculate, doesn't like that either. All right, exit. So the other thing I wanted to put is, I wanted to make the thing where if any of the text boxes change, then the result text box blanks out. This. So to do that, let's see, let me make a method to clear the text box. So I'm going to make a method to clear the text box. Private void clear result. I don't need anything like that. Txt result dot text equals blank. I think that'll work. I think it can be private. So now that that's there, let me go here and let me click on operand 1, and that makes operand 1. And let me go over to the events, and let me do text change. There it is, text changed. So if it changes, it's not there. All right, so maybe it's got to be public. No, it can't be that. Because this says, I'm just going to do this. It's called, what's it called? It's called clear results. Private should be okay, because these are private up here. So I'm just going to go right over here, clear result. Oh. Guess I need to put this stuff in. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna take this, put it in here, and I'm gonna get rid of this. All right, so now when I go over here and I click on this, the text change is clear result, and so I want to do that for this one too. Text change is clear result, and for this one, text changed is clear result. All right, so now it should work. Start. And I do 5 divided by 2 equals something that's wrong, because I put a plus sign. And now I'm going to change this to, ooh, look, it already cleared it. All right. Escape. Great. Now, there's something that's, so I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna stop now. But I want to tell you something, okay? You gotta handle divide by 0. You have to be able to handle divide by 0. So, you know, somehow you gotta handle divide by 0. You got that? Can't divide by 0, right? Not supposed to be able to divide by 0. I won't accept, but it says infinity or whatever, because no decimal, no, there's no infinity in decimal. Doubles there's an infinity, but not decimals. So somehow you got to check that. Now you can do it with a try catch, or you can just, in this case, you can just check. You can just test for 0. So you test one of the operands to make sure that you're not dividing by 0. Okay. Am I clear? Am I clear? Crystal. All right, what movie was that from? Okay, so have I done everything here? Create an event handle that clears the user change. Oh, I gotta make it so after you click the calculate button, the focus goes back to the first operand, don't I? So how do I do that? Well, oh, wait a second, hold on. Oh yeah, return, oh geez, this is wrong. How is this working? Oh yeah, here it is, yeah, it's returning result. So that's fine. All right, so and now when you clear the button, when you do the button clear, okay, after you got the result, what does it say exactly? Oh yeah, you have to do that too. I didn't do that. Make sure you round the result to whatever it says there. But call the calculator to get the result, display around it, then move the focus to operand 1 text box. All right, so it doesn't really matter what this is. Wait a second. Wait a second here. This should be, I'm going to put this up here. And I think I'm going to put that focus thing here. So at this point, everything was fine. If it gets all the way out to this point here, where it actually writes the result, then everything worked. The operator was correct. You know, we weren't dividing by 0 or anything else. So this is where I do the focus to operand 1. So how do I do that? TXT operand 1 dot focus, maybe. I think that might be all I do, right? I don't think I've got to do anything else. All right, let's see what this does. 10 divided by 0, enter, which is wrong, and the focus is back up to here, as it should be. See, it's blinking up there. "11, enter, and the focus is back up here, as it should be. Escape. Okay, all right. So so this is all I'm going to show you. So what you got to do is you need to see, you've done that. We've done this. The click event should, okay, when you press the enter key, the click event to calculate the calculate button should fire. It does that. When the user presses the escape key, the click event for the exit should fire. It does. Code a private method named calculate that performs the requested operations. Should accept the following arguments. Does that. It does return. So it's a method which returns a decimal value. It does that. Create an event handler for the click event of the calculate button. This event should get the 2 numbers and the operand the user enters, calls the calculate method to get the result of the calculation, displays the result rounded to 4 decimal places. I did not do that, so you got to do the rounding to 4 decimal places, and move the focus to the operand 1 text box. I did that. Oh, but what I did not do is I did not do minus, multiplication, or division. I just did plus. And what I also said to you is you have to check to make sure that if you're dividing by 0, it says you can't divide by 0. Okay? So this one here is going to be a slightly more complicated for division because you got to do that check. You got to somehow handle the possibility that somebody puts in a 0 for the second operand. Oh, is that what it is? It's a second operand, yes. Create the event handler for the click, okay, exit button. We did that, it closes the form. Create an event handler that clears the result text. Create an event handler. Oh, okay. That's what we did. Okay, I tried to just create a private method, but I guess it's got to be event handlers. And that makes sense because for the event handler, you need to pass it. It wants to know who called it. It wants to know who called it or what it wants to know what control called it. And that's why, in case you didn't know, that's what this is. Now, we're going to fiddle around with that way later, but this is actually a way to find out who called it. And what you can pass along, what you can grab from this is any of the properties of the control that called it. And so so what you end up doing is, so let's click on a control. There's this tag thing someplace. Where is it? Property change. Oh, I'm on. I'm on events. I gotta go to properties. Behavior. Data. Tag. So you can put something in here. You can put anything you want. You can put like the name of the. Well, you could put some data value or something, and then when you are doing this code, it's passed. So you can do sender.tag and get some data. And that way you know who called it. Okay, and then event args is a data type, and E is how you get the event, the arguments of the event, whatever they are. But anyway, so that's what an event handler has got to have. So that's why when I tried to create just a private void clear result without this junk, it didn't like it. You notice that it was letting me create, it was okay that we created another method with the same name. There was a method already named clearResult, but then when I typed clearResult in the event handler for the text changing, it actually popped in this thing. Well, the reason, so we would end up with two methods, two private methods with the same name, but you can do that because they had different signatures. The other clearResult method that I was creating had no parameters. This one's got two. So the C# is smart enough to know which one you wanted to use based on the number of arguments you were passing the method. See, so we're going to get more into that later, but just thought I'd mention that. All right, so from this screen, from this point of view, you need to fill in this. What make this message meaningful? You need to make this message meaningful. You need to make this message meaningful. You need to fix this. You need to fix this. And oh boy, you really got to fix this, because for division, you got to do that test for 0. And that's basically it. That's what I see from here. You really should, in this textbook, the other textbook never talked about this, but we also, name our forms too. So this one is just called Forms 1. We might want to call this FRM Simple Calculator Form or something. If whatever. All right, so I think that's enough for today. It's 2:47. And are there any questions? Let's see. How do you stop the sharing? Well, anyway. Okay. Are there any questions? Okay. I will see you Thursday. Thanks for watching.